What it do, man? Just want to share my thoughts real fast on gangs, gang activity, and the truth about gangs. The truth about gangs is they're an extension of our military. You see what I'm saying? The formation. What we call illegal activity or the black market, that's just the second job of politicians. You see what I'm trying to say? That's their job in the dark. In the light, during the day, you know, it's perceptional. But when it gets nighttime, that's where the real shit start popping off. And the misperception is that you got these young color African American, if you want to call them that, Latino, if you want to call them that, even Asian, and even some Caucasian males. But the truth of the matter is you can't get a plethora of weapons and access to drugs like that unless having a steady connection. And a lot of these connections that they have is rooted in the military. Even if you watch old gangster movies, they'll show you how they was importing them through shit that was military based, or somebody in the military was helping. From dope, coke, weed, you feel me? They invade countries in these places and they take these resources that they know they could profit off in America, and they bring it back and they bring it to the night job, if you want to put it like that. Now the twist thing about it is the recruitments and the young boys that they get and the young females that they get to join these gangs, well, the ones in essence, because now it's almost like long as you cool with somebody or get blessed in or live around a certain neighborhood, you automatically can claim. But in the content on which I'm talking about is real organized crime, you know what I'm trying to say? And with those, a lot of the children and teens that got involved early were perfect because, well, at least these particular ones were perfect. The ones who didn't have a solid foundation at home or didn't even have a home, like 9 times 10 foster children, adopted, or even just a child to two parents that's on drugs or one in jail, or what, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Those type of circumstances, like these organized crime families prey on those type because they don't ask questions and all they want is validation and love, man. You get what I'm trying to say? Like a lot of street crews, they're not gangs, you know what I mean? They're crews, like they're actual just crews. They may engage in criminal activity. Criminal and gang activity are two different things still. They may engage in criminal activity that may be labeled as a gang, but in all actuality, a group of dudes or females or unisex individuals just coming together wanting to have something to claim, not necessarily nothing with territorial, nothing financial, what I mean by claim, but a sense of this is my last name and my father had this business and my mother went to that school. Like how people can have those to brag about. Some of these children don't have that, you know what I'm saying? They don't have that, I want to say that, right? Don't have that luxury. They don't have that luxury to brag and boast about their parents in a way that a lot of us can. And unfortunately, a lot of them turn to not the negative, because it's not negative. It's more so what's influential to them. Because you got a lot of people that'll be around gangsters or drug dealers or gang members for a whole nother purposes that don't get talked about because that's not politically correct. They just want to keep them in this one light. But a lot of these so-called gang members started a lot of these legit dude businesses. You see what I'm saying? So the biggest misconception that we got to fix about gangs, especially with those of color, and you got to remember, man, on a deeper part of history, you got to know, man, we still prisoners of war here. Everybody think they free and citizens and all that, man. Nah. Just like they had informants and agents during the days of Squanto. You know what I'm saying? That still go on. And real organized gangs are nothing but outposts, if you will, or flags of the government. That's why you could go anywhere and they're there and they all got high access of guns and drugs, man. You don't get that from regular people, you know what I mean? These is well-connected military enforced dudes they fucking with, man. So just be careful and know from a perceptional point of view, every person outside is not in the gang, man. And every gang isn't built on malice and violence. A lot of these inner city black and Latino gangs were actually offsprings of a lot of revolutionary movements, man. The Young Lords Party in Chicago that came to New York. Years later, you get the Latin Kings and all these other offspring Spanish gangs. The Black Panthers, the Us Nation, and all these other ones, we later started getting the Bloods and Crips and all these other gangs. Don't get it twisted, street gangs and crews have always been around, but not to the point we franchising, you understand? So just be safe, man. Shout out to my curb nerds, you heard?